We want to set an example of what perhaps a private organization can do to ease the housing pain.
You tell me another company that does what H.O.M.E does.
We meet people who don't have anybody, who have no support system.
You know, I feel like I'm making a difference.
H.O.M.E, a private agency dedicated to improving the lives of the elderly by helping them live in decent housing. The success of the pilot programs at the Oak Park and Crowley homes, coupled with the urgency of the housing shortage, convinced Michael and Lilo to embark on their most ambitious project yet, raising $4.5 million to construct a 55-unit intergenerational residence on North Sheridan Road. The building will be called the Natalie Salmon House in memory of their daughter.
You know, Michael and Lilo were just quite a force that started the whole organization and got the Pat Crowley House opened and Natalie Salmon House. Very vibrant and enthusiastic folks, filling up the building gradually with different elderly they knew in the community.
How has your friendship with the Salmons affected your life?
Very, very much. My name is Svetlana, last name Kurganskaya, and we live here from 1994. I never met people like them. They did everything for us.
I just remember their enthusiasm for the project and particularly being named after their daughter.
There is a photo collage of Natalie Salmon on the first floor across from the property manager's office. And for the first couple weeks of my tenure here, I didn't know what that was all about. Then I discovered later that that was Natalie. When you look at the photos of Natalie throughout the years, it's evident that she was a very sunny character, and I try and remember the spirit in which this place was constructed and established. I just hope we're living up to our namesake.
H.O.M.E began the moving program when the founders, Michael and Lilo, got the idea that a lot of seniors were not getting themselves into safe, affordable housing because one of the big hang-ups was moving expense. H.O.M.E's new moving program is going to entail one moving coordinator. Our moving coordinator will go and visit the site to go over with the senior what we will be able to move for them, provide them some boxes, and then the moving coordinator will also, work with the moving companies that we're going to be working with on the day of the move to help facilitate the move for the senior to get from point A to point B. Hopefully, with the launch of this program again, we're going to be able to help, a lot of seniors get into better situations.
My name is Karen Arden-Tabani, and I've been working at the Pat Crowley House for 23 years.
She's the boss.
Home to Karen Arden-Tabani, the building's manager.
Do you want me to ask him about whether he wants you to come down there and see you? Earlier I had been a teacher and worked with special ed, and later I started working with the elderly when I started at home. In shared living, you're living in a community setting with a group of residents that you're going to get to know. Each person has their own bedroom, but the other space is shared, like a living room, the restroom, their kitchen, their dining area. What did you need with the dentist, Mary?
My teeth.
It's mainly that you're not lonely and isolated. You have people, and for emergencies. I started today putting in my order for the food depository, checking in with other staff at the other buildings, the nurses coming in and seeing the residents, letting the residents know about an outing that we have coming up. Any movies you guys are particularly looking for?
She takes us when we have to go. She's a loving person.
She's been really wonderful.
She's like a sister to me because I can argue with her.
Careful. Don't let it blow up on me. Thank you.
apartment on the 3rd floor is home to Karen, her husband, Tommy, and their 2 children, 6-year-old Marcus and 3-year-old Katrina.
My mom is the director of the Pat Crowley House, and we moved here when I was 2½.
I wanted my family to be immersed in this experience of living in an intergenerational home, kind of like people usually were in the past.
I never got to meet my grandparents, so I kind of felt like I had 12 grandparents. I think I was probably like 8 when I finally figured out that like my friends from school don't live with 12 other elderly and 4 20-year-olds.
Well, when they'd have friends over, a lot of times the big exciting thing was the chairlift.
All of my friends, anytime anyone comes over, wanted to ride the chairlift.
My chariot.
For the kids to grow up in a warm environment where there's a lot of people that are involved with them. I think particularly with my daughter, she's going into occupational therapy now, and she's just finishing up school. She probably wouldn't have gone into a health field, period. No less occupational therapy if she hadn't lived in this environment.
It's just very good for the soul.
Basically, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a workaholic. I inherited that from my father because that's the way he was too.
When did you start getting interested in fixing things?
When I was 8 years old. I used to tear up my little toys and put them back together. Took them loose to see what made them work. I've been fixing things for about the last 40 years. My father, at the age of 12, I started working in his buildings, and he started training me on how to fix things like plumbing, electrical, carpentry. I came straight from the job site that I was on to home for the interview with dirty clothes on and everything. And they say, okay, well, this guy look like he'll work. And of course, you know, and that's how I got hired. A lot of singers, they need this help, man. They on fixed income. I done been in houses where sometimes the whole house seems like it's about to fall down. And the reason being is because they don't have the money to do the repairs in their house.
Man, I work with a lot of families.
You know, anytime I can go in somebody's house and fix something that's been broken for years, okay, because they don't have the money to pay for it. Something as simple as a leak up under the kitchen sink. That makes them so happy, you know, because they don't have nobody to do that little stuff for them.
I'm not flirting, he's a dog. Need more like him.
I like working for home other than any place I've ever worked in my life because I'm really helping people.
A lot of people, they depend totally on me. Oh, I've been involved with the shopping bus, I would say, since 2011. You trying to get a ride somewhere, where you going to? We're headed ahead to 2717 North Levy. Open up the door. Don't nobody want to come open the door. Everybody steady talking. I've been picking them up for 3 years, just like we neighbors. Everybody know me by name. We're going to Aldi today. Yeah. Okay, good then. And I give them an hour in the store to shop. About 40 minutes into that hour, I go inside and I help them load up their things and bring them back to the bus. Once I get them back to the building, I unload. I takes it back to the elevator for them. It ain't nothing really they want that I can't give to them.
Ernest is nice. He be on time and we be on time for him.
It's basically just an hour worth of fun. That's all it is, you know. I mess with everybody on the bus.
Of course.
I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, okay. They crazy. I'm paying no attention to them, man. I tell you, once you pick up a person for years, you can see something in them that reminds you of somebody in your family. Uncle so-and-so, he just like that. You know what I mean? Without the bus program, I don't know how they would get their groceries because a lot of people don't have people to come and take them anywhere. And always remember, there's no charge. And I'm trying to make sure I got everybody 1, 2, 3, 4. We're a gift from God, man. I'm telling you, for real. This is an amazing program for people that want to do things for themselves, but basically they can't do.
With the residents here, it really works well. Got a lot of very positive folks that having this opportunity to come into a setting with, you know, nice furniture, a clean and warm environment, and good food.
She's a saint. She has kept me alive.
It's about helping people gain that independence and participate in all aspects of their life.
They don't have to pay them outrageous prices because of the donations that we get.
What is natural is that people of all ages interact, live together, learn from each other, care for each other. I think that life encompasses all ages, and we should not separate age.